Thumbnail. Hey, let's go Vikings. Microphone on, computers on, cameras on, sexy voice activated like what it do. I'm your host, the one and only, the Marvelous One from the Michael vs. Marvelous podcast. This is episode How to Get Your Ex Back After a Long Distance Breakup. A lot of people have been reaching out to me and they was like, yo, Marvelous, in the description below, the Michael vs. Marvelous podcast. A lot of people reached out to me and they was like, hey, yo, Marv, how can you help us get an ex back after a long distance breakup? And if so, have you ever been in any long distance relationships? And as a matter of fact, yes, I am. So when I seen this email, like I get a lot of emails on my from my Michael vs. Marvelous podcast, and a lot of them are kind of like somewhat like I kind of like pick and choose which ones I want to talk about and which ones I want to put on this show, because sometimes I feel like it's a time and a place for it. But when I kept seeing this come up, I was like, okay, I gotta talk about this one. I see it, you know, the blind on. I lost a bet. You know, when you lose a bet, you gotta respect your bet. So I said, okay, I'm gonna talk about this because I've been in 3 long distance relationships, and when they end bad, and I was like, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna go to the steps in the process of it. Like I'm not gonna hold y'all for too long. It's not gonna probably be a long video, but it's probably gonna be at least about 10 minutes or less. So the pros in that is that it's time. You build that time. It's that chemistry. It's that when you're in a long distance relationship, all you got is time. That's all you got is each other time. You can't just go hug her or hug him or kiss him or kiss her. You can't do those things. So you gotta you gotta make sure that it's a lot of trust that's in that. And in my relationships of the long distance relationship, I felt like you had to make time for your significant other. We always have to make time to make it work. And it, you know, it's like sometimes through the process of that, drama starts, because like if you say you're gonna call at this time and you don't call at that time, your significant other gonna feel some type of way, because, you know, like I said, that's you guys, it's time of bonding with each other. It's via, if it's Skype, if it's FaceTime, if it's phone calls, it's whatever it is that time is for you guys to do. And if that you're not doing that or meeting that time, drama's gonna start. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I always tell people is make sure you make time for your significant other in a long distance relationship, because trust me, I have been where I didn't make a lot of, I didn't give her a lot of my time when she really wanted it. I was working, I was coaching, I was busy, so when she wanted my time, I will give her time, but I wasn't giving her the time that she had it. When I hit her up, she'd probably be asleep. And I don't also did long distance relationships where we both was on the same you know, the same thing, same time zone. And I also did somewhere she was 2 hours ahead of me, so I had to make it work by, when it's late here, when it's early here, it's late there. So I had to make it work. And I tell people it's hard, but after all that and the breakup happens, I feel like a long distance relationship breakup helps you a lot for breakups in the future, because then you can know what it's like to be like, okay, am I going to work hard to get her back? Am I going to get him back? Am I going to try to do everything in my powers to get them back? And with that, it's with how to get them back is to just, you know, all the clingy things, all the things that you was doing, you have to fall back on that. And I learned that from a perspective when I was in a relationship when it wasn't long distance. And that helped me. So when I tried to make the long distance thing get back, because we did get back together, believe me, we got back together. But it took time. I couldn't just say I just jumped and got her back, because, you know, the way things had ended, you know, I had to mend that back. And that's why I said some of the pros was the bond we had, the love for each other that we had, the memories that didn't fade, the family and the friends, we had all that going. So that's what kept that bond solid. But also the cons was the distance, She could have had a new lover, a bad breakup, cheating. If someone cheated, that can be a big old thing. Insecurities. There's a lot in the pros and the cons, but how you get them back. And this is, now mind you, this is just my opinion, y'all. Don't get caught up with, oh, well, Marvelous said this, because it might not work for you. But I'm just giving my advice. What I did is I just gave them the space. I gave her time. I still let her know that I cared about her and I was there for her whenever she wanted to talk. I just, all the clingy, the stuff that I was doing, all the lovey-dovey stuff, I kind of fell back a little bit and let her find herself, let her get herself back. But right when I felt like I was losing her, I knew exactly what to do. Is when I turned it up a notch. I just start to call her. I start to bring up memories, like talk about things that happened with us in the past, the good times. I never brought up the bad times. I always brought up the good times, because the more I brought up the good times, it made her get comfortable with us. And then I play like the nonchalant role. So for fellas and women, play the nonchalant role. Sometimes at work, I just play it like, you know, just like I didn't really care. Like I stopped asking like lifestyle questions. I stopped asking how our day going. I just kept it like very, very simple. And I was just like, yeah, you know. Then all of one time, she was just like, you know, Michael, I think we should give this a try again, because I miss you so much, and I know that the mistakes that you made wasn't intentional. I know the mistakes that I made was minor. I just overreacted. I just blew things out of proportion. Let's give it a try. And we gave it a try, and after we broke up, we was together for like a year and a half after, and then, you know, we decided to go separate ways, and that was that. But to get, my opinion on how to get your ex back after a long distance relationship is to give them space, to be nonchalant, and to let them know that you're still there, but not to be clingy and bringing up the bad memories and always saying why we're not together. It's just to take a step back, be calm, and let nature take its course. And I promise you, you guys will have a better chance of getting back together. It's once the bond is there, once the bond and all that chemistry and all those good memories is there, it's kind of hard to break those things if you guys only broke up because of time, because you guys weren't communicating with each other. But if you guys are willing to make the effort work, and you willing to put in the work, men or woman, I feel like you can get your ex back. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, if you do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, so whenever I put out content, you can be the first to get it. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the share button, tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a sister, tell a husband, tell a boyfriend, tell a girlfriend, tell a cousin, whoever. Tell everybody to come subscribe to the LOFN TV. My motto is there's something for everybody on this channel, and I mean that. And like I said, I feel Mars, by the way. Y'all take